Yeah, station. He was just making a light joke there. Which one of us do you want? I'll give you mine here. I'm Whiskey Bravo
Welcome
1
everyone.
Germany. The only call sign you really need to put in your log.
Kind of a raspy voice here. Just getting over a cold.
Whiskey,
Figured I'd
Whiskey
fire
1
up the
again, please.
stream and get some 40-meter action
Whiskey
going here.
Bravo 1 Germany.
Whiskey 1 Bravo Germany, got it.
Negative. Whiskey Bravo, like the WB television network. Whiskey Bravo 1 Golf.
Whiskey Bravo 1 Golf, QSL.
That's a big QSL. Okay, now to the next, sir. Jeff, BLS, go.
Yeah, okay. Why buy one gun? I always like that one. Anyhow, yeah, you can direct all the complaints go to Smitty over at WB1G. So, anyhow, my call sign is Kilowatt 5 Bravo Lima Sierra. Basically, lousy signal.
Kilowatt 5 Bravo Lima Sierra, got it.
Or big,
And
luxurious
forgive me,
sounds.
I'm a little slow at times, but can you give me your call sign? And I will get you in my
Alpha,
log.
Echo 6 Echo Germany. The handle is Jim Juliet India Mike. I'm 1 mile from the Pacific Ocean in Carpinteria.
I doubled with the first part of that. Can you do the call again?
Alpha Echo 6 Echo Golf.
Okay, I recognize your call. Is it Jim? We've worked before, actually.
Roger, it's Jim. I've turned off the amplifier, and I'm in Carpinteria, 1 mile from the Pacific Ocean.
I made a mistake in my log. We worked in April of this year. We worked a couple times in 2024 and once in 2023.
You got a better memory than I do.
Oh, that's not my memory. I actually built a custom logging program that runs on my website, and it uses QRZ, and so it exports to QRZ. It's actually doggone handy, and so when I put in your call, it tells me that I've worked here before. There's a little green worked before icon, and I click that, and all I had to do to kind of get the code base working right is I basically brought in my ADI file. I exported my original ADI file out of QRZ, and that is my local database on my web server, on a portion of my web server. And then what I did is brought those in, and then I have it doing a QRZ lookup. So like it brings up your photo, Carpinteria, you're on Via Real, number 281, or at least that's where you're licensed. And then I also have it talking to my radio via TCI, so it's captured the band. It's pretty cool. I gotta say, I was using Log for Old Men for a long time, and I love that. My buddy, Craig, who was on the band tonight, he turned me on to that solution. That's what she said, by the way, Jeff. He turned me on to Log for Old Men, and I really liked it, but then really got into AI coding and decided to take a stab at building my own, and quite pleased with it.
Smitty, you lost everybody after you said, here's what I did.
That's awesome, Smitty, man. You're quite the coder now.
Well, somebody is. The makers of Claude Opus 4.8 are.
Yeah, right. I guarantee that would have taken you probably 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks to code that, right? Prior to the AI revolution.
Absolutely. It would have taken me a lot of effort. I could have done it, but I think you're being generous in saying 2 weeks for me. I would go maybe 2 months, honestly, Craig. I'm not that strong.
Copy that. Well, welcome everyone. The stream is going. So YouTube, search for N6MUD if you want to hear yourself on the stream. About 3-second delay. Welcome all the SWLs and everyone else out there that wants to hear some good ESSB 40-meter rag chew this evening. And sorry about my hoarse voice. I'm going to keep my talking to a minimum, but everyone else out here on the band's going to make it entertaining, I'm sure.
Well, being that there's people down below us and they're in the bandpass at 5K, do we want to move up a little bit?
They're pretty loud here.
Yeah, I think we should.
Maybe like 171?
Do you guys want to go out to 6? Maybe make it 170. Well, 173.
Well, I was just worried about the Islanders coming in there and giving them enough room.
Do you want to move down?
We can if you think there's space.
Like what's down by 145, 145.
We might be able to do 145.
All right, let's give it a try. And if we get too many complaints, we can go back up to the general.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can try 148, 149. That looks fairly quiet on this end.
Yeah, 149 looks good to me.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's try it. 149.
I'll try back later tonight. K6 video.
All right, Jeff, 7-3s.
7-3, favorite Jeff.
Catch you later, Jeff. 149 QSY.
Take care.
Yeah, K5 BLS.
Sounds clear to me. N6 MUD, San Diego.
WB1G Whiskey Bravo 1 Golf. There's some, I do still have an occasional hiccup with PureSignal, but it's not bad. It happens for just a split second while it's kind of thinking for a second. I'm assuming you guys get that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean that's what you got to do. PureSignal takes a couple of seconds to recalibrate when you change frequencies like this. It's normal.
Okay, let's see where I'm at here. Okay. All right, should be good. I had to retune.
Yeah, much quieter down here.
I just calculated the cost of this choke that I'm making right now, and I think if I'm calculating correctly, this is turning out to be $30.
Okay, we're out to 6 now, right?
Oh, yeah, baby.
Alright, so there we go. There's the full 6K.
Isolene 6.
Got some diversity.
And
Yeah,
hello,
much
by the
quieter
way,
down
to,
here.
All the SWLs and the fine folks there on YouTube watching the on-air broadcast. That's an on-air broadcast. We are not broadcasting. We are transmitting because that is what good amateur radio operators do.
You're lumping us in with the good people.
Oh, latency isn't too bad on the stream either here. WB1G.
And like clockwork.
I talked to our
auto notch filter.
I talked to our buddy Ryan out there in Fernley, by the way. He's still around. He's got weird hours with his current route for his I guess the time, or I don't know the whole scoop, but apparently it's work related, and he hasn't been able to stay up in this time zone or stay up to rack you with us. But he said hello.
Okay, good. Yeah, he added me on Facebook the other day. I haven't been extremely engaging with everybody on there.
Yeah, good to hear Ryan's still around. I wasn't sure what happened to him.
right, I'm going to send you both a picture here of my Coax choke. I would appreciate no jokes about it. It's not the prettiest. And I still have room for one more Torade, and I think I'm going to do it for grins. Just got to get one.
As long as there's no chicken in your choke.
Exactly.
I don't trust Smitty these days. You know, I must say, I think the balance line tuner is actually doing a better job. I think overall this evening my signal's been a lot more consistent out towards Utah.
Yeah, look at yourself on the stream, Jeff. You're 20 over right now, and how many watts are you? 600?
Let's see. So I'm driving with 15. Okay, so the RF2K is telling me that I'm doing about 6, maybe 700 watts peak on a downside of the compressor. Yeah, so there's 577, there's 7, so yeah, about 7.
Hold on 1 second. I'm going to give adjust or go to drive power real quick here and take a reading. Stand by.
I can almost hear you.
Sorry, I was driving with 8 watts, or am now.
Yes, Smitty, you're 15 over. Let me see here. N6 MUD, 1150, right there, 1290. So yeah, we're not close to legal limit, but anyway, that should be enough for tonight, hopefully.
You sound excellent, as always.
What was that, Jeff?
I just said that the band has apparently stabilized a little bit.
Yeah, I think it is. Everyone's sounding great. I mean, you know, 15 to 20 over signal is kind of much. Ask much for better than that.
Yeah, and the lightning crashes are dying down a little bit. So yeah, it's much quieter down here. Good choice on moving.
I will say I'll register one complaint. My native match where we were was 1.15, and now it's 1.18. So my tuner... Oh, I forgot to even put the tuner back on. I'm bypassed right now. So, yeah, I just want to let you know, I don't approve. Worst match. I'm not putting as much energy. What, earlier did I have 4 watts reflected? Right now I have 5 watts reflected, guys. Not cool.
Well, on a tune carrier that gives 940 watts, I'm at 1.04 and 2 watts reflected. So there you go, Craig. It might be closer to 900 watts. I don't know, but I'm just using the RF2K watt meter.
Well, RF2K watt meter, we all know how reliable that is. For me, right now, it's telling me I'm doing 933, and then my LP100A is telling me I'm doing 1326. So there you go.
Yeah, now I will say, when I do a carrier, when I turn the amp off and just do a drive power, it does match exactly what my drive says. So if it says 15 watts, that's how much I put out.
Yeah, the problem is, and Reinhard already identified this problem, is that the RF2KS doesn't sample, the sample rate isn't fast enough to pick up the changes, where the LPA100 does much faster sampling rate, so it gets the nuances and the changes there. So I think that's the biggest difference. But yeah, I have the same issue. When I do a two-tone or a drop a carrier, both match pretty closely.
Okay, well, good. Then at least they're consistent.
Guys, I just had a brain thing going on here.
Is that what I smell?
Check this out. I realize that the SWLs that are listening right now are going to shame me, but I use my house ground. I tie into my house ground because I'm on a second story. There are tons of reasons that people are going to tell me I'm wrong to do that, but the wiring coupler for that cable modem is grounded, and that probably is the same ground. So I wonder if that's acting as an antenna.
Well, what happens, Smitty, if you uncouple your shack ground from your house ground? Maybe that'll fix it.
That is a possibility. Ooh, my ferrite bags came. Okay, I'm gonna go put something in. I'm gonna put the modem in a ferrite bag, and then I'm going to disconnect my station ground here and experiment with you fine gents.
He was talking about his coin purse, right?
I mean, Smitty just had a mouthful of words there. Interesting words there, Smitty. Combination of words.
Yeah, I couldn't put them in the same order that you did, but I heard coin purse.
So, Jeff, changing topics real quick. MFJ, finally there's someone out there who's decided to buy those pieces, man. I'm happy to hear at least Ameritron is getting resold. So I don't know anything about that company it's being resold to, but at least it's not going to die and go away. At least there's going to be someone else picking up that brand, you know?
Oh, that's terrific.
Yeah, you know, I'm really surprised because when I talked with what's his face from DX Engineering a couple of years ago there at Dayton, he kind of alluded to the fact that they might be interested in trying to pick up the Ameritron brand. So it was nice to hear that DX Engineering isn't going to capitalize on their misfortune of shutting down. So, but equally, I am glad that he's finally decided to break up the brands.
Yeah, do you know anything about the company that's buying them?
Not a thing.
Yeah, let me bring it up here. So for anyone that's interested on QRZ today, there's a news article, well, not today, maybe yesterday, but I saw it today. A company called ITU acquires Ameritron and Mirage RF amplifier brands from MFJ. So ITU is located in Linton, Indiana. So interesting. They've got a 15-acre facility there. So I don't know anything about what ITU is, but maybe it's going to become an amateur brand. I don't know. Never heard of ITU. I'm going to have to research that company.
Well, I mean, it's possible they could be an OEM brand for different manufacturers, and maybe they're looking to go into business and be a direct marketer.
Okay, ITU's website is learnlab.biz, so sounds like they're a lab type company or a learning lab. Affordable training systems for technical workers and students. So like they do a bunch of testing stuff. And they make do electrical automation. So definitely kind of an odd a company like this. What an odd partner to buy out Ameritron. I'm not sure what the synergies are there, but maybe they'll figure it out.
Yeah, well, I mean, it could be another direct market, right? So instead of ordering something from HRO or DX Engineering, they're selling it directly from their headquarters or wherever they're going to be there.
All right, WB1G back on the band.
So Smitty, did you get your purse of your Faraday purse there?
I did, and I put everything in there. The toroids are in there. I've got the white coax cable, the power cable, and the Ethernet running in, and I took a zip tie and zip tied the sucker shut. So first and foremost, any RF in the signal? I'm assuming no. The reason I ask is I disconnected the station ground.
No RF, I can tell.
Do it.
Okay, Will, you guys want to do a test?
Do I get graded?
It depends.
I didn't study for this.
Yeah, I didn't sign up for this. Okay, let's do it here. I might have to do it a couple times here, so stand by. That's what she said?
That's what she said.
Oh, good job. All right, stand by, gentlemen.
When's the last time you heard somebody say sit by?
All right, this is WB1G, Whiskey Bravo 1 Golf. Full legal here. Oh, my God. Hold on. No, it's coming down a little bit. So, okay. It's still affecting it. Not as severe. So that is a little bit promising. Although, here's the real test. I'm talking right now while it tries to establish uplink. Yeah, so I've lost the SDR at this point, and it will not. It's zero upload. That's terrible, right?
And 25 of your neighbors.
What's that?
I said you and 25 of your neighbors.
Darn it, we just lost HBO.
Hey, Smitty, does that include installing that balun you just made?
Negative, I have not installed that yet. Oh, let me bring it down back to a reasonable watt power.
I mean, you only lose a couple dB going from 600 to legal limit. It's not too much of a difference there.
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. So I'm not going to beat it up, but I am starting to wonder if I'm getting to a point where I'm just not going to resolve this. I want to, I'm trying to, but you know.
I can say the extra power helped out here more locally because now you're at about 19, 20 over, and then when you when you went up to full legal, it was about 35, 40.
Oh man, that's nice to hear. I appreciate the flowers.
Well, you can send Mother Nature a thank you card.
I mean, really, Craig, the only option here at this point is probably Starlink, honestly.
I just heard somebody grasp their pearls.
Yeah, we got some commentary out there in the background. A little weak.
Where you guys at?
Good day, sir.
I said good day.
I was just trying to be friendly.
Wow, this is even better than I imagined.
So, Craig, not that it matters that much, but how I have this set up now, I'm going to send you both a picture here, and you're probably going to laugh, but I've got my Stream Deck set up with a multitude of different sound effects. And how I have it set up is I hit a button on the Stream Deck to fire a sound effect like this, and then what I'm doing is the audio output of this is going into the second input on the Orban, and then I'm monoing it out. So the effects run through the Orban and get processed.
Good day, sir.
Yeah, it sounds really good.
Well, it helps with level setting, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. Lets you be a little sloppy. Plus, all these sound effects are at different levels, so you know, it's always a bit of a crapshoot. But I want to let you know the third button in is this one, and this is for Jeff. There you go.
Ah, yes, and we've heard a couple of those this evening.
Oh, yeah.
even took the time to, if you zoom in on this stream deck, and I recommend you do, you'll see little photos. So visually, I don't even have to think about what effect I hit. I just look over and I see the cute little graphic and I press the button and there you go.
So you created thumbnails. Oh, that's awesome.
That was a perfect double.
I just said you created thumbnails, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, isn't that fun? I mean,
Okay, time for an ID. K5 BLS Carson City.
This is WB1G on the 10s. WB1G Sacred Tomatoes.
Yeah, N6MUD, welcoming all 13 or so listeners on the YouTube live stream. Welcome to the ESSB wide rack shoot this evening on 40 meters.
Project group on November 6th, Alpha Mike Bravo 6.
Hello, Idaho, and gentlemen, I shall return. K5 BLS.
Hey, you guys are going to have to give me a second here to get the logger running. I closed it on accident. I want to capture some of these call signs. So stand by 1 second, and I will grab them. I love the enthusiasm. Okay, what's the call of the last guy? The great guy. Right? Maybe you're messing with me. Come with the call. I want to get you in the log.
Hey, Smitty, did you scare him away? Maybe he's shy.
Oh, hey, there we go. You doubled. Come again with that call.
Number 6, Alpha Mike Bravo, Milky Way. Over.
Oh, yeah, that's my boy Ramundo out there in Milpitas. I recognize the call, brother. How you doing?
Roger, I'm doing well. Answering a new toy. Called Zeus. How far for you?
Oh, tell us. Share. What's the new toy?
Zeus. That's even over.
Okay, you're using Zeus. All right. Well, congrats on that. The first transmission was just fine. The second transmission was there was a lot of audio jitter. That might have been local. I might have been listening on the SDR. Can you confirm that, Craig, down there in San Diego?
Yeah, Zeus is a cool piece of software there. I'm kind of curious, are you operating it remotely? But there's some packet loss there on that second transmission.
You're correct. I'm operating the LAS. I'm not connected to it even via Ethernet.
Yeah, it's breaking up a little bit there. If you want to hear yourself, although you're kind of weak, check out the YouTube stream. Just go to YouTube, type in my call sign, N6 MUD, like November 6 Mike Uniform Delta, and you can hear yourself. You're kind of weak here to me in San Diego, and you're kind of broken up.
All right. I'm not connected to the modem directly. I had to unplug the PC because my wife said I was moving. So this part of the packet loss. Yeah, I'm just playing with my Zeus. Had it for like overnight. I'm still scratching the surface of this screen. Over.
Okay, well, good luck trying to figure the packet loss there, packet dropouts.
You got further with Zeus than I did.
And good evening, gentlemen. I'm not supposed to be here, so I'm just popping in to say hi. I am also using Zeus right now. KB6ZYJ. Hello, Smitty. Hello, Craig, and whoever else is out there. Good evening, everybody, and I gotta go.
Scotty, number 2, lurking, listening. Good to hear you. That is no violation of the in-place systems. It's good to hear you, man.
Scotty, good to hear. Let's talk about Zeus real quick here, guys. I know a couple guys are using Zeus. Maybe there's some listeners out there that are aware of Zeus, but recently, last week, Zeus went private. It used to be open to download, open for anyone. now the developers, something happened between them. I don't know if there's a split, but and maybe if any of the Zeus developers like Doug or whoever actually listened to the stream, maybe can comment on this. But now Zeus is private, meaning that you can only download it with an invitation from the developers, and I believe it went private because they're planning on monetizing Zeus. So what they're planning on doing is in the Zeus is all those plugins. They're planning on, I think, maybe making the core functionality free. But then when you want to start using any of the plugins, they're probably going to start charging you for the plugins there. So anyway, that's the future of Zeus. Love it or like it, leave it. But for me, that's not the ham radio spirit. So I'm no longer pursuing my testing of Zeus. So there's another guy that got upset with that, and he spun up his own piece of software. I'm monitoring that fork, or not even fork. I'm monitoring that piece of a software, and once it gets to a point where I feel like it's stable, I'll announce the name of that software. But exactly for Zeus, from my mind, Zeus is a nice piece of software, but the fact that you're gonna have to stop paying for it, it kind of rubs me the wrong way. Anyway, N6MUD San Diego. That's my opinion there.
Well,
KB6ZYJ, when I talked to Doug, Craig,
it's always better to have
what I got from Doug was that they were very upset with amateurs demanding changes to be made and then not getting the changes made as quickly as they wanted. They started getting a bunch of demands and crap from people, really. And they just didn't feel that that was called for, considering that Zeus has only been out for 3 months, and as far as it's already come. And the one thing I like about it is I've been able to download my own VSTs for it to use for transmitting and for receive, and man, I like that part of it. From what I understand, there is no talk about it being monetized at this point, and that was from Doug. So take it for what it is. I mean, it still may be in the future, who knows, but you know, they put a shitload of time and money into it, and I said that word for well, anyway, so that's what I've gotten from it.
They're all in the red, meaning
yeah. So one last thing, if you take the time to look at the code, the latest code out there, there is code in there. It's may not be actually active code, but there's code in there to start charging for plugins. So they're working on it. They may not enable it or turn it on anytime soon, but at least I did see that in there at one point in time. There was code in there that was beginning to be written to monetize the software there. So anyway, that's where my take is on it. So hopefully it doesn't turn out the way. Hopefully it remains free. So one of the things, right, being a software engineer, I've written code all my life. I've been writing code for 20 plus years, almost 30 years. And one of the things you learn as a developer is your users become very needy, and they can become very vocal, right? It doesn't matter what project you're on. And as a developer, you're not necessarily in control of the features, but not all of those users' requests and demands ever get actually developed. So if they if Doug and crew became a little upset about these vocal amateur radio operators getting upset that their features are being ignored, that kind of goes against me being, they're not used to that type of thing, right? As a developer, you get used to that really quick. You get hardened real quick about, it's just how it is in the day-to-day life of a developer. Everyone wants features, especially if you've got a hot piece of software, and you can only select certain features, and you just have to kind of ignore the noise out there. So hopefully they won't take it to heart. Hopefully they'll realize that, hey, this is how it is, and hopefully my hope is that they'll open it up and everyone will get to download it and use it for free, just like they were doing before.
Well, for me, Craig, if it's a good enough piece of software and I like it, I'm more than willing to contribute. I don't have a problem with that. There is no more software. I shouldn't say that. There's very little software out there anymore that's free. Almost all of it is now either subscription or you have to buy the program. and I don't think that's way out of line in my opinion with the time that they put into this and everything else. But if they can keep it free, that's great. But if they can't, well, it depends on what they're going to charge. Obviously, sorry about that, I timed out. Obviously, they're going to charge a ton. Yeah, I wouldn't pay a ton for it, but I like what they're doing with it so far. How does it sound to you?
100%, man. I have no issues against the software. It's great software, written really great. There's another one out there, LYRA. Check it out. It's new, up and coming. Keep your eye on that one there, Scotty. So anyway, I'm back to lurking here. My voice is rapidly deteriorating. I'm still recovering from a cold. So, but anyone else out there has comments on Zeus, go ahead, from N6MUD.
K5 BLS Carson City.
I'm starting to wonder if that Faraday bag did something to, or I don't know. This doesn't make any sense, but I can't access the cable modem anymore. It's just not answering, and my internet speeds have stayed super low. So I was trying to get into the cable modem to see what the signal levels were, and I can't.
Blew it up.
That makes no sense. Is it overheating or something, maybe?
Good question. Let me go in there and check real quick. WB1G, I'll be back.
Well, I'm glad to see some competition out there, because competition drives the innovation, and who knows? At least it won't be stagnated like Flex has been for many, many years.
Well, and I believe Thetis is at the end of production too, as far as updates.
No, Thetis, Warren Pratt, his latest version of DSP, that has been integrated into Thetis by not Richie. I think it's someone else. Someone else is picking up where Richie left off, so that's a good thing.
Oh, now see, I didn't know that. That's great. Because Thetis is, let's face it, Thetis is pretty rock solid.
Yeah, Thetis is great, by the way, and all the SWLs listening on YouTube, that's what I'm using here is Thetis. However, it's old technology. It's kind of bloated, and it's old technology. It takes a lot of resources to run it, so yeah, it eventually needs to be put to sleep, put to bed, but not until something else equivalent is out there. So my biggest feature on Thetis is diversity and phasing. Without that, I would be in trouble. I wouldn't be able to operate very often and on 40 meters at night because of my local interference. Yeah, sorry about that, guys that are listening to the stream here. We're down on the extra portion right now, so all those generals out there, do what I did. I memorized 600 questions, and upgraded to my extra about a year ago. Best thing I ever did. So, but if needed, we can QSY up a little bit up to the general portion of the band if you guys want to join in. But right now we're down here just because it's quieter. N6MUD.
Honestly, with the amount of activity we had earlier, I thought we were going to have a lot more folks on frequency this evening.
Yeah, I started the stream because I thought there's quite a few people out there, but maybe it's a Monday night, right? It's 9 o'clock, so. But We can move up if you guys want to, if you think there'll be more activity up in the general portion. But I want to hear about Smitty's cable modem. Did he break his cable modem by putting it in a ferrite bag? That's the biggest question, Smitty. I think everyone wants to know, is your cable modem okay?
Yeah, we're gonna check. It does not look okay, and I think I may have caused it damage, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, I realize, but very strange behavior.
Did you try rebooting it?
When you play with it too much.
That's what she said. And I did.
That's what she said.
Sorry about that. We had to do that appropriately. I did reboot it. In fact, it is... Okay, it's coming back up, so that's a good sign. Let's do some signal readings. Yeah, that was strange. You kind of scrambled it.
So I'm having a little trouble remembering. Did Neo take the blue pill, or did he take the red one?
Okay, it's back up to where it should be, so that is promising. WB1G.
A completely different direction.
Interesting. You wouldn't think that this bag would have an ill effect on it. Could be total coincidence. I don't know.
So do you think there's some type of electronics within the modem that are reacting to the ferrite bag?
Hard to say, but that was the first time I've seen that, where it just got limp. And you know what? Some bitch. I know what I did wrong. God, I'm such an idiot. I connected to VPN. And that's what it was. I did a speed test on VPN. Yeah, that was all me.
Smitty, you must be smarter than what you're chasing.
Well, yeah, and then I've tried to access the modem. The modem is on a 192.168, and I don't have that set up where I can talk across the VPN to the modem, so I couldn't get to the modem. It was like it was bricked. So I went and rebooted it. I'm willing to bet it wasn't bricked. It was all in my head. It was the damn VPN, WB1G. 1 second.
Power up diversity.
Now, I've given you several seconds. You're a terrible manager of time.
Denied.
You know, whoever is out there doing the sound effects, I like you a lot. I like your use of sound effects, but come on out and ID yourself. We're not a bunch of yahoos. You can say hi.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
That's a shame.
Send him $5 and see what he's...
So, Craig, now that you're back, let's talk more about the logo.
Oh yeah, I like that logo you did there, Jeff. Many weeks ago, I took a look at it, and I can't find it anymore. I'll have to go back in my text on that. But the ESSB Outlaws logo looked pretty sweet, man. That had a nice look to it.
Oh yeah, I'm a fan.
Yeah, I've done. No, go ahead, Smitty.
Oh, sorry, I was just saying I'm a fan. I like it too.
Yeah, I've done a few variants of that. I can't remember if I sent them to you or not, but yeah, it's been several weeks since I... Go ahead, Smitty. Since I played with that.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Alright, now I feel better.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I'm thinking I could replace the 320 microphone and put that logo in the center of the screen here. On Thetis, that'd go real nicely.
Okay, well, let me figure out where I saved the files at here, and I'll see if I can send you the root file without the bullet holes in the wood.
Could you do a transparent version of it?
Maybe. Let me see.
Let's see what's in the chat here. Oh, not a whole lot of chitter chat. Let's see, N7PWM. Good evening.
K5 BLS Carson City on the 10s.
Yeah, look at it. This is N7PWM. He says, I need to get my extra so I can join. Mojo 601, do you have your general? We can always, if there's some space, we can move up and you can join.
Yeah, we can move up to the general, and that way Scotty will be legal too. So let's find some a slot up there that we can slide right into there, Smitty.
I double with you a bit, but he's a general. Would Mojo 601, if we go up to general, do you want to jump in? We're happy to do it. Says, give me 5 minutes to relocate. All right, well, hunt us down a spot there, Krager, and let's go up to the general and welcome Mojo 601N7 PWM. That rings a bell to me. I think I'm supposed to know that call sign.
I think we talked to him before. Do you want to try 230, 7.230? How does that look to you guys?
Looks good to me.
All right, QSY to 7.230 and 6 MED.
Roger, I'll be up there in a few. K5 BLS.
WB1G, is this frequency in use? One more try. WB1G, Whiskey Bravo 1 Golf, Northern California. ESSB, is this frequency in use?
Sounds like we got some clear channel there, Smitty.
I think we found us a clear channel.
KB6ZYJ. Yay.
Yeah, now we've got the full essence of Scotty, too.
Oh man, that was sweet. All I had to do was adjust the inductance, and bam, here we are.
You are banging in here tonight, Craig. You're
still native.
You're
reflected
40
power,
over, actually.
9 watts. Okay, so not as good of a match for me. I'm going to turn the PAL Star in here.
Yeah, Scotty, I think you're at least 20 over, man. What am I here? I'm doing 1,200 watts, so nothing too spectacular, but we got some really good conditions right now in 40. So, yeah, surprisingly, all the lightning crashes kind of went away, and a lot of the noise. So, good conditions on Monday night on 40.
All right, Craig. So, do you want the bullet holes with the logo, or do you want those removed and just have the wording and the character?
Did you, I'm trying to find the existing images. Did you email it to me? Is that what you did before? I'll search my email.
I believe so, because I knew you were out of country and I wasn't sure, what your phone deal was like. I didn't want to have you downloading pictures and getting charged.
Oh no, I had the full capability as if I was in the U.S., so let me search real quick. I'll bring it up.
Hey, real quickly here, Smitty, how's your wayward daughter doing?
Well, she's actually sick right now. She's under the weather, and so, no, she's doing great. She's only going to be here, sadly, for another 3 weeks, and then we got to take her back to school. Quack, 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 quack.
Oh, okay, I didn't realize she was there, but she's been doing okay, living in a dorm or whatever.
Yep, she's got her new apartment set up. She's real excited about that. Some new roommates, some girls that she spent a lot of time with last semester. So she's happy, man. That's all I could ever ask for. And she's set up a good little network for herself. And she's got a job that she starts. And she checked with her new boss about, her start date and all that. And so things are looking good, my friend. Thanks for asking.
Well, very good. I know that you're just slightly attached to her.
I mean, a little bit. These guys will tell you, I just love my kids. I really do. And I know every dad does. Don't get me wrong. I think I might be in love with my kids, but don't make it weird. I just adore them. And the daughter is me in female form. And so I don't know. I connect with them both in different ways, but she's me.
Oh, God, it wasn't weird until you said that.
Oh, God, here
Yeah, I
we
was
go.
just about to ask us, how do you like having breastises?
If it were true, I'd never leave the house. Oh, where's my bunch?
Yeah, Jeff, can you generate a version of that image without the bullet holes? I'm kind of curious. I mean, the bullet holes look pretty cool, but I think it would look good without them as well.
Okay, coming up.
Well, that sounded kind of like a backhanded compliment there, Craig.
Well, the word outlaws and bullet holes, I get it, but I don't know. Maybe some amateurs out there may be offended by those bullet holes. Jeff, what do you think?
I don't know. It kind of fits the theme. That's why I put the wood behind it.
I like an old
Yeah,
West
and I was
outlaw.
just pulling your coax, Craig.
You're pulling his coax. And Scott with a zinger.
Oh, come on, you've never heard that before?
No, pulling the coax? No, I actually have not.
Well, you have led a very sheltered radio life.
Well, maybe I don't hang around with the same riffraff you do there, Scotty number 2. Hi.
Not if you're lucky.
Boy, yeah, you aren't kidding there, Craig. The signals look all good and loud into your workstation down there in southern California, San Diego. This is WB1G. We're talking about we're simulcasting tonight on YouTube, and you can join in on the chat if you want. This isn't a net, just little ESSB rag shoot, but you can jump in and on the chat there. Just look for the channel. Channel name is N6 Mike Uniform Delta, N6 Mud. So at any rate, you're welcome to jump in on the air too on 7.230 megahertz and say hello. WB1G.
N7PWM, sorry to hear there's no conditions. I don't think you can hear us, Smitty.
Oh, that's a bummer. Where in the world are you there, Mr. Mojo? Michael. Yeah, Michael in Seebeck, Washington. God, you rang a bell to me for some reason. I think I've worked you. At any rate, surprised you're not hearing any of us in Washington. At least myself and K5BLS, I would expect to hear you, or you would expect to hear us up there. But weird. Okay, well, no biggie. We'll just keep in chat. WB1G.
Well, I'm very upset now. The deal's off.
You want your money back?
Yes, please, and not all in pennies this time.
All right, not to deviate too far off. We're kind of all over the place with topics tonight, but I do want to let you guys know I saw a movie that I didn't want to see. I had no desire to see. I'm not a big fan of Greek mythology. It's not that I don't like it, it's just that I'm not interested in it. But to make a long story short, I saw The Odyssey, and I really liked it. It was it was very well done, I got to say.
Yeah, read reviews about that movie there, Smitty. A lot of people are surprised by how well it was done. So maybe that's one movie I might go to the theater and watch. It's been a long time since I've been to the theater like that. But you tell me, is it worth the sound and the big screen to go watch it in theater?
100%. There's some, the Battle of Troy in there, and we didn't see it in XD, anything fancy. We just saw it on a standard screen of it, and it sounded good. It looked good. I mean, Christopher Nolan, I'm a big Chris Nolan fan. Just something the way he does movies, there's a few that I don't like, don't get me wrong, but overall I just think he does an exceptional job. And this is, I don't think it's... That was weird. Little high reflected power there. Let me tune up real quick here. Stand by.
Check the text message string there, Craig.
All right, WB1G. Check. Yep. All right, 600 watts.
There, and I changed the blue outline to black so it matches the Outlaws. Outlaws, sorry.
And Craig, to finish the sentence, definitely worth it. Buy a ticket, take the wife, good date night. I took the wife. Again, I didn't want to see it. I made a joke about doing a late show, and I said, we can do a late show so I can take a nap. Nope, I was wide awake, fully engaged.
Okay, yeah, I think you've sold it there, Smitty. I'll when I get better, I'll make an effort to go see it. I'm not really into Greek mythology, but it sounds like I'm about to learn all about it, huh?
I can't stand Greek mythology. It's not for me. I don't like it at all. And the movie was exceptional.
Okay. Sounds pretty good.
Except it was about Greek mythology.
Yeah, but it doesn't lean too hard into... I mean, they talk normal. I know that sounds kind of stupid the way I'm saying it, but you know how sometimes you watch movies and it's like... oh, gosh, they use a lot of old speech, different style of English. It's just spoken like you and I are talking right now. And I like that. It made it easier to follow in my eyes.
When I was a kid, I thought all Romans spoke British.
When you were a kid?
A long time
Yes,
ago.
I actually was a kid once.
Back in the Neanderthal times?
Yes, back when, I had to ride a ankylosaurus to school.
An ego. Got it. Okay, Craig, check your email.
All right, thanks, Jeff. N6MUD.
Ooh, Roger. K5BLS.
Ooh, I just looked at my text.
And KB6ZYJ.
Oh, I see a note here from James, who was probably in listen mode. Did the Coax donut work? I haven't put it in line yet. I have it almost completed. I've got a total right now of 22 turns across 2 toroids in line. So I think I'm choking it enough. Oh, hold on. I can't.
That's what she said.
Uh-huh.
Oh, text me my signal report if you're listening on a radio, by the way. Something tells me it's pretty good. I think the band is right at that spot, because WB1G, by the way. I think the band is right there at that spot because it looks like I'm booming into Utah right now.
Okay, well, at least now I know where I stored the artwork.
the use of a sterile microphone so that Electro Voice can't come and sue you for using their microphone likeness in your logo.
Yeah, sure.
Although, you know what? I zoomed in. It says EV on it, so well done, sir.
Yeah. Credit due where it is.
I'm disappointed with your lack of detail. I'm going to really pick on you here. Where's the toroid on the mic cable? Da-dum-shh. No?
Real
No
radio operators don't need a toroid on a mic cable. Come on now.
Get the smoke out of here. Come on, Scotty. Who invited you?
You know, you're starting to sound like the wife. And you know, I know this is Monday and all, but I'm really kind of surprised there aren't more people popping in here.
That's what I've been saying. I don't know. Maybe they got talked out last night.
Well, there's no World Cup. There's no any major sporting events on, right? So there's no excuses.
Slackers.
I made a one of those small pork tenderloins tonight. Wrapped the sucker in a pound of bacon, and smoked it for a while, and then raised the temp, got it to temp, pulled it. Oh man, it was good tonight.
When you smoke those things, aren't they hard to keep lit?
As soon as he said that, all I was hearing was Cheech and Chong.
Yeah, man.
You smoked it.
And Dave's not here.
All right, so we covered what I had for dinner, which was fabulous. Let me add that again. We covered The Odyssey. That is my recommended movie for date night. And Jeff, if you need a date, I'll come over the hill. I don't want to make it weird. Hold on. Uh-huh. Okay, good. I just want to make sure I got that in there. Yeah, and Zeus. Now, those are our topics for tonight. I'm repeating all of that, Craig, for your AI agent that's going to scan this later.
There we go. Yeah, I run it through. I run the transcript through AI to create chapters. So that way, if anyone searches for what did Smitty have for dinner, my video will pop up.
Now that is a very cool feature.
Yeah, he's pretty clever like that.
I have to admit, Craig, you're not as dumb as I look.
He's a fart smeller. I mean, smart fella. I love my auto notch filter.
Amen. I bought it at beer once.
Did you? That's nice of you.
Hello, is this thing on?
Oh, there he is.
Oh, Mark, good evening. Loud and proud, man.
Yeah. Hi, Craig, and Smitty, and whoever else is in here.
Geez, I've been delegated to whoever else.
Hi, Jeff.
That's who I've always been.
And Mark, good to hear. Good to hear your station is still operable after that last conversation we had with those lightning strikes coming right down on your antenna and the thunder cell right over your house. Good to hear you're still operating right now.
Oh yeah, that was no big deal at all. Yeah, we skated right through all that.
30/9, man. Good signal.
30/9, man. Good signal. 30/9, man. Good signal. 30/9, man. Good signal. 30/9, man. Good signal. 30/9, man. Good signal. 30/9, man. Good signal. 30/9, man. Good signal. 30/9, man. Good signal. 30/9, man. Good signal. 30/9, man. Good signal. 30/9, man. Good signal. 30/9, man. Good signal. 30/9, man. Good signal. 30/9, man. Good signal. 30/9, man. Good signal. 30/9, man. Good signal. 30/9, man. Good signal. 30/9, man. Good signal. 30/9, man. Good signal. 30/9, man. Good signal. 30/9, man. Good signal. 30/9, man. Good signal. 30/9, man. Good signal. 30/9, man. Good signal. 30/9, man. Good signal. 30/9, man. Good signal. 30/9, man. Good signal. 30/9, man. Good signal. 30/9, man. Yeah, so anyhow, I guess I haven't been listening here, so I'm going to let you guys continue so I can, kind of get the vibe.
And you were also 35 over S9 into, where do I live? Apple Valley.
Oh, okay. Well, you're almost my neighbor then.
Oh, whereabouts are you?
Yeah, we're in Big Bear City right now.
Well, I'm in the southeastern part of Apple Valley, so I'm sitting right up against the base of the San Bernardinos.
Yeah. Have we spoke before? I'm not sure, but my call is WA7 CCA. Name is Mark, and tonight I'm over here in Big Bear City.
I don't think we have, Mark. My name is Scott. I'm in Apple Valley. The call is Kilo Bravo 6 Zulu Yankee Japan.
K5 BLS Carson.
Zulu Victor Japan?
Zulu Yankee Japan.
Okay, Zulu Yankee Japan. Got it. Okay, well, you're coming in here really loud and proud.
Well, are you the one that also has the remote?
Which one is that?
Do you have a remote, Mark, where sometimes you're someplace else, but talking through your Big Bear radio?
No, not at the present. I'm either on one or the other, but I do have the two Kiwi SDRs. One is labeled remote, and that's the one here.
Okay, for some reason I thought maybe I'd heard you with the remote. There's a lot of times when I'm sandbagging, but I recognize your voice. I know I've heard your voice on here before.
Yeah, I could recognize anybody's voice almost, especially with ESSB, huh, Craig?
Yeah, you can recognize I'm sick and I'm not feeling well, right? Because of that high fidelity, picks up every single raspiness there, Mark, over.
Oh gosh. So, yeah, it sounds like you brought something back with you, huh?
Yeah, probably on the plane flight home or more likely in the airport or something. But yeah, copy that. Once my voice recovers, I'll give you guys a summary of my trip and all the cool stuff and all that. But I don't have the voice to do it right now.
Yeah, nothing like, those flying Petri dishes. Well, I hope you had a good time over there, Craig, and you recuperate soon.
And when I speak, it sounds like Rod Stewart sings.
Well, if anything, Craig, you've got a lot lower resonance to your lows now.
Oh, yeah? Got a DJ voice on now. Yeah, Mark, we had a great time. 6 weeks went by really quick, so now it's back to reality, getting better, and have to find a job and get back to work. But good times, did a lot of research. So, yeah, there's not a question of if we're going to move back to New Zealand, just a matter of when. And so that decision's been made. So just a matter of when and how soon we can pull it off.
Oh, that's very cool. Yeah, I have one of my childhood friends raises sheep over there. She's been there. I think she's pretty old by now. If she's still living, I don't know. But anyhow, yeah. She moved out of the States, I think, I don't know, early, in the 60s or something like that.
Yeah, a lot of sheep farms, although a lot of the sheep farms, I'm told, have been converted to cattle farms because there's way more money in beef these days than sheep. But, yeah, we drove through many sheep farms. It's huge sheep farms out there. 3,000 acre farms, easily, sheep farms, and similar cattle farms. So big ranches out there.
Yeah. It's really, living the life when you're there.
Yep. So Jeff, I got your image. Thanks, man. I'll work on integrating that into the background here when I get some time, maybe tomorrow, and it'll look great, man. Thanks for doing all of that, and hopefully we can make it look good.
Okay, yeah, I mean, AI helped out with a little bit of that, more so with the getting the correct angle on the arm and the microphone the way I wanted it grasped to make it look more aggressive.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful, man. If you learn how to prompt AI correctly, it can do some powerful stuff. But there definitely is a learning curve there for sure.
I'm becoming an AI meat puppet. What is that? That is someone that just prompts AI all day. And in fact, today I used AI to check my work. I did the math on something twice, and the person I was talking to, aka my boss, said, that's not right. It's not right. So then I gave the data to Claude, and I asked Claude to do it, and it was exactly what I came up with. The hard thing right now is that my boss is a total dickhead, and he believes really that AI is smarter than all of us, and it's a shame. It's really turning people off, turning them away.
Yeah, there's two types of people that use AI. AI can be used for two types of things, right? There are those that can use AI to teach them, and that way they can learn a bunch of stuff and further their career. It can basically make you become this expert in a small amount of time. And then there's those that use AI to do mundane tasks that just basically dumb down the human brain where you don't think anymore. And I think those that use it to do mundane tasks, right, where they're not even trying to learn anything new, those are the ones who are going to be left behind. But those who are using AI to learn new things and to create new things, they're the ones who are going to thrive and live to see the next day.
Yeah, great analogy there with all that.
Yeah, there was a triple there at the beginning, so it was a bit of a hodgepodge there at the start. But Craig, the second half of what you said, I got. And you're absolutely right. I've been in the situation where, and we don't have to talk about work. That's no fun. It's not fun with a band. But I've been in the situation lately where, they want us to use it for messaging as well. So I'll write an email, and I'll draft it, and I like it. It's good enough to send. And I'm told to run it through AI and let AI, restructure it or whatever it's going to do to it. And then we get the results back. Matter of fact, I sent the results to my boss, and he's like, I don't like this. I'm like, well, this is what AI did. Here's my original. And we ended up going with my original. And the reality is, you shouldn't need to spend 2 hours to write that email. I know it's customer-facing, but let's get real.
Yeah, I do use AI. When I used to do a bunch of emails, I used AI to, depending on my audience, tailor the messaging, the tone of the email to the right audience. I used AI for that. It saved me a ton of time. And quite frankly, Smitty, believe it or not, everyone out there uses AI. And one of the telltale signs is that these people that use these AI to write their emails has got the double hyphens in them. Who the hell uses double hyphens, man? No one does that, right? And that's the whole signature of AI.
Yeah, that is the tell, that's for sure.
Well, the other thing, too, is 1 or 2 spaces after a period of a sentence.
I was taught.
I was a journalism major, and, I was a public relations major, and I took AP writing. And in AP writing, we were taught 2 spaces after a period.
Yeah, so was I.
It's the correct way.
Well, so was I. We all were, right? The older guys here were. But then what happened is that Gen whatever came along and decided that one space is it, and now everyone expects 1 space. In fact, I got schooled like 2 years ago because I had 2 spaces after my period. I'm like, what do you mean? This is how I've been taught. This is how I've been doing it for 50 years, or maybe not that long. And I was told, no, it's the latest standards for typing and formatting and text standards is one space after a period. And I was like, what the hell?
You know why, right? I did a little research on this, actually. No BS.
No, well, I wasn't given a reason why. I was just told this is the way it is.
The reason why it changed, it didn't need to change, and in my eyes, there's nothing wrong with two spaces. But apparently, the reason it changed is because the two-space AP writing style was for typewriters. Everyone was typing at that point in time, and sometimes the bleed of the ink of the typewriter, for example, would make the period kind of extend out a little bit, and it was much harder to delineate from the period to the start of the next sentence. So the two spaces were essentially done for typewriters to make a bigger gap there so readability was easier. And if you had a smudge, or if when you punched your period, it didn't perfectly, those that have used a typewriter know what I'm talking about with the typing case. But at any rate, you get what I'm saying. So I think that's why. But I don't think that's why. That's the article that I read about it, or the YouTube video, or I don't remember where I saw or read it, but it makes sense to me.
Well, I've never had a smudge after a period.
Oh boy, are we still talking about a typewriter?
Well, I've been working on I'm breaking through tunnels. I have servers going back and forth through Starlink
Good to hear you
with
out there
no
this evening.
open
Nice to meet you.
ports. I've been
Listen, guys, have a
working
great night.
on
738
some
be good.
heavy
If you can't do that, don't get caught.
heavy networking
just so you know, Smitty,
protocols
I will
to
not
get
do what you're going to tell me
stuff
not to
out
do.
of
Have a good
Starlink
evening, guys.
and into
KD6
Starlink
ZYJ Apple Valley.
without.
Catch you later, Scott.
Later, Scott.
So Mark, I've been able to do that, but I just use a Tailscale. Have you heard of Tailscale VPN? It kind of does what you're talking about there.
Yeah, that's pretty good, and it works very, very well. There's a couple of things that a friend of mine pointed out, and that is, when you create an account, he really didn't like the fact that they kind of like having, the account being attached to a third party.
Yeah, I mean, Tailscale is a third party, right? And it's free until you start attaching tons of devices to the VPN. But I'm happy with it, man. It's pretty secure. It's integrated into routers now. So I'm kind of curious, were you able to do this without Tailscale? How did you do it?
No, that's what I used as a final thing. I was using a few other things ahead of time, but that caused, more vulnerability, because I had to have SSH ports open and all that.
Copy that. And there's a couple people I've talked to that have done the Starlink thing with Tailscale and that, because right, Starlink, the biggest thing is you don't get a fixed IP address, and the way Starlink does their routing is kind of non-traditional, so it's very unreliable unless you got a VPN, I guess. So I don't run Starlink right now, but at least if I have to, I know that I can turn on my Tailscale, and I should at least be able to make my network behave like a regular network.
Yeah, and what's really cool is the fact that authentication is one time. Now, I have not completely tested it for long enough to see if it renews properly and doesn't cause an additional requirement for re-authentication.
Are you talking on the Tailscale side? I think it's transparent. I mean, it's pretty. I've never had to authenticate. Well, obviously, when I first set it up on my devices, I authenticate, but I think I only have to do it once.
Yeah, well, there's a renewal, it's kind of like DHCP renewal, but I think it's like in the matter of days. So like, 3 days or so this happens, and I'm not sure how reliable that is, and but and if you go onto the Tailscale site, they'll tell you that all the big players, Microsoft, Amazon, a lot of them are using all that stuff, and it's like 30,000 big names strong.
I didn't have to do that with the remote setup that I had the Tailscale natively installed on for the KPA server. It worked great.
What's a KPA server?
The web server that you have to run in the background so that you can control the KPA remotely.
KPA. Is that like the Elecraft KPA?
Yeah, like that amplifier you have.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that went right over my head. Sorry.
Yeah, so that you don't have to keep ports open in your firewall. Just run the PC there with the Tailscale on it. It worked great.
Oh, okay. So, so how does that work? Do you have to have some sort of a proxy in between? I see there's you can assign SSH to a device. So is that how you're doing it?
No. I just had it set up as the PC was the server, and it connected on the local network. And then I had the Tailscale on there, so all I had to do was take my other device that had Tailscale on it, tell it what IP device to look for the server, and as soon as it found it, it turned the amp on, and I was ready to go. I could see the power and the tuning solution. You could adjust everything, turn the amp on and off. It was great.
Yeah, okay. I haven't done that yet. I'm just kind of crawling right now, and because I have I'm setting up synchronous network. So yeah, so you have a database. Whatever you type at either end gets reflected back to the other server through Tailscale.
Way more than my needs, but anyway, yeah, I ended up buying one of the GLI routers that has Tailscale natively built into it, so I can go into the configuration settings there and assign ports to use the Tailscale. So when I get everything set up and functioning there at the house, I will assign the RF2K IP address access into the Tailscale, so that way I can bring that up remotely and operate it just like if I'm sitting in front of it with the whatever that stupid program is. Now I can't even remember the real VNC viewer.
So yeah, what routers have Tailscale options built into it?
I'm not sure how many others, but the GLI routers do.
Yeah, Mark, I have a GLI router built in. It's very nice.
What is that?
That's a brand name, GLI. I've even got one of their travel routers that has it built in too. That thing works fantastic on hotel Wi-Fi's.
I have one too. I can attest. It's very handy to have in your work bag.
Yeah, Mark, if you just do some Google, actually, you better do it fast because Trump is banning. Oh, I'm not sure if the ban's already in effect. I don't know if it's. You can still buy the routers, but fairly soon you won't better buy the routers because they're made in China. But GLI and some other routers out there have built-in VPNs, and one of the options in GLI is Tailscale. So the router becomes an appliance, a Tailscale appliance, and if you set it up right, anything behind your network can be accessed through the Tailscale. All your devices behind that network. I've got a travel router just hanging off my network as an appliance. If I VPN into it and I configure my Tailscale, then all of my devices on my network can be then become part of my local network from wherever I'm at, whatever location I'm at, will be part of my local network.
You can even assign it so that your endpoint exit and entryway from the network is that gateway that you're using to access it.
Okay, I'll have to look into GLI. I'm a Cisco guy, so I haven't, gone into all this stuff. I've used some of the other stuff. I used to, try to find. I used to try to find routers there are multiple WAN and fallback, and I can, they would reliably, fail safe over to the other one, but it took a long time to find something that actually worked right on that end of it. But no, I'm not familiar with GLI whatsoever, and thank you so much for pointing that out.
Yeah, they've got routers that have dual WAN access as well, so they have failover on them built in natively. K5 BLS Carson City.
But keep in mind,
7 CCA, Big Bear.
N6 MUD. So GLI, G is GL.inet routers, or GLI is for short. They're a Chinese router, so but they haven't been publicly targeted by the government yet to be banned. Like ZTE and TP-Link and some of these other consumer routers have been targeted, right, and are banned from being imported into the U.S. I don't think GLI is in that same category as of yet.
Yeah, well, a lot of that stuff is bogus. That they'd ban this or ban that, and yeah, just because you got a company that had a leaky router, then that means that the entire brand is banished.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely overreaction. They definitely. I'm sure there is some scenarios out there where China did try to do some shenanigans, but not every Chinese router is bad,
Well, no. I mean, you can do a full leak test yourself. I mean, all the tools are right there. You can check it out and see, what's going on with it, and monitor the traffic in and out. Yeah. So yeah, it's all, they come up with, somebody comes up with a vulnerability, and then they keep going with it.
That particular brand, they've got multiple applications that you can enable in the background too, Mark. Like they've got several services that you can enable natively in the router to do like ad blocking. It works great.
Ooh, that's kind of sick.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Back in the day, we stayed away from that. You had these. You could buy a router that was a kind of a. I can't even think of what I'm trying to think of. It was a gateway that what it did, it had its, it blocked certain things, and it was so slow.
Well, I haven't noticed any detrimental impact, but I didn't have it on online that terribly long. It was more just to test it and play around, look at the GUI on it and things like that. But I've got some issues there with RF getting into the LAN 10 and the DX10. I need to get nipped in the bud first. I've got a couple SPF adapters coming for this weekend. They should be here Wednesday, but I'll play with it Friday and Saturday. Hopefully be able to get the DX10 connected directly to the router via fiber and remove the big antenna in between. Hopefully that will eliminate that issue with the RF while the amplifier's on.
And Smitty, Maybe Mark can maybe you can ask Mark about your issue with the cable modem. Maybe he can suggest some things you can try there.
Yeah, I'm struggling a bit, Mark. I got an issue with when I went to the loop and the proximity of the loop to the demarc of the cable service, my cable modem service, is about 6 feet from the edge of the loop. I mean, it's in a television box in the wall, of course, but at any rate, if I go full eagle, so right now I'm about 650 watts, but if I go to 1.2, for example, the demodulator on the cable modem just goes nuts. Just can't handle it. Just wipes it out. I have tried so many things, from toroids on the coax. Right now I'm building a toroid donut, a 75 ohm coax cable wrapped around 3 toroids in a giant donut configuration to see if it does anything. I've done clip-on ferrites, I've done toroids, I've replaced as much as I can, and I just cannot get it remedied. So I did a little bit of research on the cable provider here, and the upstream, or in the clock, or the synchronization clock on it, transmit a width of 4.2 megahertz to about 38 megahertz. Just a perfect spectrum to do that, right? And at any rate, if only on 40, by the way. If I go full eagle, I wipe the cable modem out. WB1G.
Okay. Now, what's the ISP?
Astound Broadband.
Yeah, I've got it. It must be new or something. Okay, so
what do you
is that cable?
Yeah, it's cable modem service.
Okay, cable, modem service, and what's the appliance? That's connected to the cable.
Well, you would have a cable modem demodulator that is demodulating and remodulating channels to pass data along the coax. So you have a cable modem essentially, and it's in my wiring closet in the house, and then there's a long piece of coax that goes out to the outside to the junction box.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't explain myself well enough. What is the brand name and the model number of that device connected to the cable?
It is it used to be owned by Motorola, but it's Arisis, or ARRISS, I think, or something like that. And it's an SB, a Sierra Bravo. Gotta go in the closet and get it, but it's a fairly new one. It's DOCIS 3.1 compatible, so it's not old hardware.
Yeah, well, if you want to send me, that information, email it to me, and we'll figure something out.
All right, man, I'll take you up on that. Yeah, I'm just hitting this point where I'm just struggling to, trying to. I even took the cable modem, by the way. I brought it outside, out to the side of the house where the demarc is, where the actual service from the street is coming in. I plugged the cable modem into the street service and did my test, and that wiped it out too. So that took away my confidence in fixing the problem. But we'll see.
Yeah, so, like everything else in electronics, everything is done in troubleshooting by eliminating the problem. So what you do is you have to isolate it, right? So isolation. So we have to figure out where to start. So the Arisis and the model number will help. And then could just be something. Nothing that's properly grounded. You could even have a bad drop going into it. You could have just penetration into a bad device, bad model. So that's what needs to be researched first.
Okay, so it's funny because I connected it to the drop. So kind of like what you just suggested, I worked my way back all the way to where it drops in to my home with no splitters, just right connected to the coax coming from the street. So that's why I'm feeling a little discouraged about it. And I tried another cable modem, and that did not help the situation. The cable provider is going to give me their cable modem. I'm supposed to go in there tomorrow and grab that, and I don't really want to do that, but I mean, hell, I could try it and see if maybe that hardware's different, and maybe it communicates different. I don't know. So that's not off the table yet. Craig and Jeff as well is trying their modem for what it's worth. Both the AirSys and the other brand that I got off of Amazon, both of them exhibited the same symptoms. So definitely didn't. The cable modem I bought from Amazon didn't seem to help.
Well, their modem, they support it, right? So that's a good thing.
Into another router?
That's correct, I am. I'm running it in bridge mode, and then it runs into a Unify Edge Router 12 port, and that is taking the external IP and running the NAT. My firewall's there, the core of the network's on that device. I pulled that out, that's what I'm saying. So I walked to the side of the house with my cable modem in hand, like a weirdo, and plugged into the side of the house without the house connected.
K5B.
Yeah, WACCA. I was just wondering if you connected directly to the AirSys.
Yeah, I did. That's what I did on the side of the house. I connected directly to the AirSys, literally with a 5-foot shielded Cat 6 cable from my laptop to the WAN port on the AirSys.
Well, yeah, the LAN port. Yeah, okay. Well, you have to isolate it, and you've done all the right things. So it's now to take the next step and to see if you have, common mode energy on your drop.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can borrow a service monitor. I don't have the right equipment to go any further without actually looking at what's on the wire itself. My testing method is speed tests and packet retransmissions and packet drop. Not optimal, obviously, for trying to get deep down to the root, but you get it.
Well, I don't know if that's going to help you or not. I don't think I would start there. I would try to eliminate, RF just in the general cable. And I'm wondering, if your neighbors are getting wiped out from the signal too.
I'm not going to go ask. They could be, and that would suck. Well, the good news, Mark, I'm at 650 watts right now, and it's not hurting it now. It's just when I go up to full default. So I'm not saying that I'm going to settle for 600 watts. If it was happening at every power level, I would be going nuts. Like if I could only do 100 watts, or if it was happening at 100 watts, I think I'd move.
Yeah, I had a problem right here, and it was wiping out. Let's see. Well, what do I have here? I can't even remember. I had so many things in here. But anyhow, it was getting into the bridgeable router, the gateway router. And I got rid of it, put it in another thing, and it's got a steel box around it, connected to the same cable modem, and all is well.
Good for you. Yeah, the Unify unit is pretty well built. It's not, I wouldn't call it Cisco level, pro level, but I would call it prosumer. It's got a CLI, and you can write, or you can interact with it via CLI and do old school routing, or it's got WB1G, by the way, or you can do it through the UI. But yeah, it's got a metal case. You can kind of look in with the holes in the top. You can see the shielding. Again, I eliminated that, and by going outside with the cable modem and plugging in direct. So I don't think it's the router switch, the edge router.
break?
Well, yeah, that's why you got to take all that stuff out and go and right into the LAN port, into your ISP's provider gear, and then you work back from that.
Saying, Mark, and I may be saying it wrong, I've done that. I mean, I can't go other than walking out to the street and opening their demarc on the street. I'm to the edge of I can get at my home. So the other side of the cable that I plugged my modem into when I was sitting on the ground with my laptop in 105-degree heat was connected to the service line coming from the street, and it's still happening. So it could be a signal strength issue. Maybe they need to boost my signal strength. Maybe I need to boost the signal strength. I don't know. But yeah, I've eliminated everything I can eliminate. I've even put toroids in between the service line from the street to my cable modem. But yeah, I've plugged directly in, and I've done that methodology. And unfortunately, I was really hoping that would work because I had a backup plan for that. But did not go in my fortune and did not work.
Break?
Yeah, I heard somebody breaking, by the way, and you're probably listening to my conversation. And at any rate, go ahead. Come on in. What's the call?
Kilo 6 Juliet X-Ray Delta. I just wanted to mention that it could be getting in through your neighbors, depending on how close you are to the property. If they've got an unterminated open port on a splitter, or like dead coax that hasn't been terminated, it's a pretty well-known issue that like ham radio transmitters can cause cable modems to desynchronize. And normally removing splitters solves that problem, but if you're going full legal, it might actually be getting back in through your neighbors, because you are all connected to each other. Like, cable is shared throughout your street, at least for a couple properties.
I mean, it could be anything, but what I would suggest is to measure the common mode current flowing on the actual cable, and we weren't there yet. So there were a few things to isolate the issue yet to get to that point, because otherwise you're wasting time.
Well, to the gentleman that broke in, I think it was, JXD, K6 JXD. I probably have that wrong. Sorry about that. I appreciate that, actually. And me and the neighbor do share the same box on the street. And so you're right. It could be, I've actually thought about opening that up and adding toroids there. And I think I might try to do that tomorrow. Actually open it up. It says not to. But it's not electrical. I know where the electrical is. That's just low voltage and just coax. I might go in there and just see if I can isolate it there.
Yeah, well, that's not a scientific method.
Are switching to like streaming only service, so they're not using cable boxes anymore, and they never get rid of the line. So they leave that coax going through their house, and it's just open-ended. But if it is getting in through them, you are taking out their internet when you do transmit.
That's likely the situation. I probably am. Mark, I'm sorry. What do you mean adding a toroid and adding turns there? How would that not be? I mean, isn't that proven? Did we lose him? WA7CCA, WB1G?
Probably got a phone call there, Smitty.
Yeah, I'm back. No, I mean, yeah, you could say it might be this or might be that. Let's try this or try that. And then, yeah, you're just spinning wheels and wasting time.
Oh, I agree with you. I've wasted a shit ton of time.
Well, I'm done with wasting time because we'll all be dead soon. But what you want to do is find the source of the issue, and the way you do that is by isolating things, not just by saying, oh, I think it might be this, and we're going to put this over here or this over there.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not sure how to measure common mode on 75 ohm coax. so I need to do some experimentation.
Well, I'll tell you exactly how. Oh, yeah. So anyway, if you're getting some resonance into the drops, yeah, you can find that out real fast with a common mode clamp-on ammeter.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, like I said, I'm not done troubleshooting, and, I don't want to waste any more time, but at the same time, I got a lot of time. Well, no, we don't know how much time we have, right? Okay, we're getting deep now, going from cable modem to life lessons. But I appreciate it, Mark. I do. And, again, I'll let you know. I am going to try James's suggestion, Mr. Wide Signal 7K out there in Idaho. I'm making a 75 ohm choke with a bunch of toroids. It may do absolutely nothing, but who knows? It's worth a try.
Comment?
Yes, comment?
What's a common mode clamp-on ammeter? W6RFB.
Yeah, well, MFJ used to sell those all the time, and it's probably there. But yeah, it's a micro ammeter that has a diode to drive the meter, and it has a pickup where you just put it on the coax, and you can find all the hot spots along the coaxial cable.
I've never heard of such a device. Interesting.
And hi to everybody out there. W6RFB. Thank you.
Hey, good evening, Bob.
Welcome. And I can show you or send you the info there, Craig.
Oh, I mean, I've never heard of such a device. So, Smitty, if you can get your hands on one of those devices, the problem is, Smitty, you only have two ends of that cable, right? It's buried, so you've got the end that goes in your house. You could test it there, and the end that goes out to the street, and you could test it there. You don't really have any other points you can test, right?
Negative, yeah. No other points. But I do like what the gentleman said a little bit earlier. I'm going to open the utility demarc tomorrow and look around. I mean, it's worth looking and just see if there's anything, because I'm pretty damn handy when it comes to coax. And I mean, shoot, I was a contractor and I did work for DirecTV for a while and did that whole thing. So, not saying that. Well, I guess what I'm saying is, if I open that box, I'm going to know what I'm looking at. So I just want to see what's in there. And who knows, maybe there's a piece of bare coax dangling from a port, like that other gentleman said, which, that's not what he said, but, I don't know what I'm going to find until I look in there. So it's worth the time to hijack the utility box. WB1G, by the way, talking about probably illegal things.
Yeah, well, nobody cares about that, but yeah, I mean, if you can get in there and put the clamp right there in the box, and you can measure the current when you're keyed up, yeah, you can see the voltage.
Yeah, that would definitely be cool. So, all right, I'll see what I can do to source that. Again, I've never used one before, but it would definitely be a handy little tool.
If you're interested, just shoot me an email, and I'll send you further information. WA7CCA.
I'm interested, and I will send you a note. Keep an eye out.
All right. Thanks for that info there, Mark. Sounds like you've been down this road before. Maybe not with a cable modem, but probably with some other internet interference there. So anyway, N6MUD Friday, 10 o'clock here. The band's still in, I think. I don't know, K5BLS, you still out there? And do we have Idaho in there? And I'm kind of curious what the state of the band is right now.
Be this, it could be that. Well, it could be anything. That's the actual answer.
Yep, still here, but that was a great double.
Wow, that was a double too.
Double.
Shall we make it 3?
Oh, a double again. Man,
double your fun.
We're doing good tonight.
Sick.
Takes lots of practice to be this skilled.
Huh? It doesn't take any practice to double.
Oh, yes, it does. To do it properly, absolutely.
That means people want to talk more than they want to listen.
And real quick here in chat, at KXD on the YouTube channel, the N6MUD YouTube channel here. I think you were the guy, right? That was that made that suggestion. I'd love to chat with you a little bit. I'd love to your background on, where you came to that from. And not questioning it, just would love to pick your brain. Look me up on QRZ if you don't mind, and shoot me an email, WB1G, and I'm good there. And send me a message. I'm curious where you learned that, because I like to be a sponge and soak it all in.
What?
Yeah, that's me on the chat, Kilo 6 JXC. I will look you up. I got Whiskey Bravo 1G. But yeah, my background is in networking and telecom, but normally on the consumer side. But I've had long enough conversations with the techs on the cable side to know quite a bit about how the signals get in. And splitters are normally it's the number one way like RF gets into the coax. An unterminated splitter or a line of coax that used to go to a TV, and then they got rid of the box and they just left the line in the wall and didn't terminate the end of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna look in that box and see if you know how. And I'm assuming what I'm gonna find in that box is kind of a professional grade splitter. That's what I'm thinking I'm gonna see. I may be totally off base, but that's what I'm expecting to see. And I wouldn't be surprised if there are a lot of unterminated, just and the person that's there doesn't realize that he needs to screw in and what's the word I'm looking for here?
All that stuff goes to DC ground right up there.
Yeah, but it could be a splitter like on the roof of your neighbor's house, or like a coax in their house. It doesn't necessarily have to be at the demarc.
Oh yeah,
I'll get shunted right at the feed point on the pole.
Well, there's no pole. Everything's underground, but I got you. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go climb the pole, or rather, no, hold on. Appropriate timing?
That's what she said.
Okay, sorry. Had to get that out. I'm going to do the equivalent of if I could climb the pole. I'm going to open that little box at the end of the driveway that serves me and my neighbor.
Well, what I'm saying is, if you put an ohmmeter on the end of the cable going into your box, it's going to be a DC short.
Okay, and what will that tell me?
Everything's bypassed somewhere ahead of it, in front of it.
Hey, what do you mean by? I'm not trying to challenge you. I'm just trying to understand. What do you mean by bypassed ahead of it?
Okay, so anyway, bypassing essentially means you're taking an AC signal and you're providing a grounding point for it, and the energy, whether it's a capacitor or a piece of wire, will take that signal and attenuate it.
Okay, so what do you think I'm going to find in there? I'm just wondering.
I can't tell you what you're going to find in it. That would be impossible. I don't have a crystal ball, but I'm just telling you how to resolve your issue. That's all.
If you open it up and there's a can of worms in there, Smitty, you better take a picture.
Yeah, I think I'm just lost. I'm sorry, Mark. I don't understand what you're saying there in the box. I mean, if that fixes my issue, hell, I'll do it. Shoot, I wish you were local. I'd have you come over and go nice and deep in the box.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Use a signal level meter, and you can tell what's going on.
RFB,
okay,
I heard most of that. You're kind of
I was trying to avoid, playing around with, toroidal chokes wound around, toroids and all that kind of stuff, because none of that's going to work. Anyway, yeah, the only way you really can resolve a problem quickly is by, isolation, and it's just my personal isolation technique.
So let's run this scenario out here. Let's just say Smitty, he does determine that there is RF, in his cable modem, like in the cable itself, coming down the cable. And if he gets one of those clamp-on devices right, and he determines that there's RF in the feed line coming into his house, what the hell does he do to filter out that RF? I mean, that's the next question, right? Which then runs you down the toroid path, right?
Well, yes, and maybe no. There are some known devices, and that's why I'm having him send me the model number, the brand and model number of what that is, so I can do some research to see if anybody else has had the same issue. That would be the first thing you would do. The second thing you would do, if that was not an obvious issue, is then to measure or to inspect. Inspection actually is best. So he should open up that box and see if there are bad connections. Yeah, hey, maybe they didn't tighten up the connector. It's just loose as a goose, and that will provide a lot of rectification of the signal back down that cable there. So that would be probably, if he can get into that box, that would be good. You don't have to worry about RF floating into that cable underground, but the cable could be damaged. That's another thing too. What happens if some varmints got down in there and chewed the cable, and it's compromised, and maybe it's a bad piece of underground cable. So you got that there too. So the whole idea is to eliminate the fact that you got a bad the reputation of that particular cable modem that you have is bad, and there are a few of them. In fact, that was pretty common in satellite television. There were a couple of cable boxes that were just like, no RF bypassing, nothing. There's nothing you can do with them except to throw them out.
Yeah, I liked this line, the surfboard line of cable modems back when it was maintained and built by Motorola. I don't have that much faith in this gear, so it's again, I did try another cable modem from Amazon. What brand? Sorry, I took my foot off the pedal here. I think it was called a Hitman, or Hitmen, or Hitman. And that did the same thing. So I think there's some merit to common mode getting into the coax somewhere. And to the point being made by, I'm sorry, I missed your call up. I'm not even going to try it. But I think he might be onto something there. And so I'm going to see what I can do to test that theory.
Okay, well, if I can help you out, I'll be glad to do that there, Smitty. WA7CCA.
Oh, yeah, look at your email. I'm going to send it over. I think I actually have the model in front of me right now. I looked it up. I looked when I bought it off of Amazon. And it looks like it is a Aris. I said Airsis, but it's ARRIS. It's a surfboard. And it is an SB, Sierra Bravo. Hold on, my eyes are bad. Sierra Bravo 8200. And that's a DOCSIS 3.1, 32 by 8 modem. WB1G.
Well, Frontier used a lot of their DSL gear. They were Airsis or Airsis or whatever you call it. They use that, and They work well when they had worked well.
Well, this isn't new. So this is probably this modem is probably 10 years, maybe 8 years. No, it can't be 10 years because DOCSIS hasn't been around the 3.1 hasn't been around that long. I want to say probably 5-6 years old. So it served us pretty well. But again, I didn't have a loop next to it, so there's that. But at any rate, yeah, appreciate the advice. I'll shoot you an email and would love to get pick your brain a little bit more, and thanks to the other guy as well. Didn't mean to turn this into the technical support here, net, but do appreciate all the feedback. Can't believe it's 1010, by the way. WB1G on the 1010s.
Yeah, and I just wanted to say that if it ends up coming, like you figure out that the RF is coming back out of the DMARC, you for sure are taking down your neighbor's connection. And even if you figure out how to filter it on your side, you're still going to be causing issues for them. But also, I'm curious, I'm assuming you're subscribed to at least like a 1 gigabit tier, because it's normally once you get to the gigabit mark that it's pretty easy to get the modem desynchronized with RF interference.
Tell you what, I would gladly downgrade the modem and take 500 megabits if it eliminated the issue, and I'm dead serious. But yeah, to your point, yeah, I've got 1 gig service, and it seems to do a lot more damage to the upstream. And so it looks like, from what I've read about Astound, the upstream, and maybe you know more here, but the upstream uses a pretty wide slice on the coax from 4.2 megahertz to 38.2, I think, or something like that. And that is kind of like the synchronization, and I'm sure that's what I'm wiping out.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be the return signal that gets damaged. The one coming into the house is normally a lot more robust than your return.
Yeah, Roger. All right, well, I'm going to explore tomorrow. So you will all hear the updates if you tune in tomorrow night. Maybe we'll do this again. I don't know. If Craig's feeling up to it, we'll do it again. And I will update all you fine folks on what I discovered in the box. I should make a website and share my experiences here so that other ham radio operators will not suffer and learn from my suffering. WB1G, I don't know why I'm IDing so much, but that's okay.
What I discovered in the box.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Good night, Scotty.
RFB, thank you as well for your input.
Oh boy, is that guy next to us dirty.
RFB, Bob, good to hear you on so late at night. I wasn't expecting to hear you. How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing fine, Craig. Yeah, good to hear you as well.
And Jeff, you're right. That guy above us is splattering all over us. I'm kind of zoomed in pretty tightly here, so I can see a bunch of splatter heading our way.
I don't see Oscar 6 Delta Lima Victoria.
Is that you, Roel? Good evening. Delta Lima Victoria, go ahead.
Everybody from Santa Rosa, California, and it's nice hearing you. I'm just on the side listening to you guys.
Hey, Roel. Hey, good evening, man. Sounding good into San Diego. And yeah, we're just trying to help Smitty out here with his cable modem problem and internet interference with HF RF.
Yeah, Raul, you are always sounding good here in Sacred Tomatoes, just a stone throw away, but sounding good, man.
Oh, thank you so much. If you get a chance, then you can listen to yourself as well, not on YouTube's Craig's YouTube channel, but you can look it up on my logbook with the help of AI, description, and instructing all this call sign. I hope you, Craig, you were able to visit that logbook over.
Oh yeah, your logbook's pretty amazing, Smitty. You should check it out. Drop it in the comments once again, Roll there. But Smitty, his logbook parsing software uses AI to real-time parse conversation, speech, and identify call signs, and it then can put a call sign next to who said what, all in text, which is pretty impressive.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm going to have to check that out.
You know what happened is that if I make a comment and put the link there on the comment side, the YouTube will erase that. I have to do, I don't know, but probably logbook and then put a dot and then Hamshack portal and then dot and then calm in text, and probably that would circumvent the rule on YouTube.
Well, I think you figured it out because I did get to your site there, Raul. So somehow you gave me the link. Maybe it's email, but I did get to check it out, and I was pretty impressed by your code there. Your real-time AI transcription, real nice.
Yeah, it was the email, because I sent you the email because every time I double check that posting on the link, it went away.
Yeah, YouTube doesn't like comments, links and comments, right? So I get it. Actually, try it in live chat. Were you trying to do it in live chat, or are you trying to do it in comments?
Because the first time I used the transcription and what happened is that the whisper on AI doesn't know what it's trying to transcribe. It's looking the other way and describing the other way, but now it's learning our language and dialect, and it's getting better every day.
K5 BLS.
WB1G.
W6R.
All right, welcome there, Rob, E&D. And yeah, well, good deal over there, Raul. Thanks for doing all that, and I'll continue to check it out. It sounds like a really cool project there.
Let me have any.
Okay.
I'm very interested in
so
what Raul's doing.
And supporting this beautiful frequency and group. And again, this is the station of KO6DLV here in Santa Rosa, guys. Just saying good night and enjoy the rest of the night from Santa Rosa, California, KO6DLV.
Hey, Raul, you got to remember, WB1G, Smitty here. Myself and K5BLS are on this frequency, so it can't be that beautiful.
BLS Jeff and Scotty as well, WB1G.
Oh, Scotty.
And the rest all sounding very, very good with that 6K bandwidth over.
Yes, the sizzling 6.
So, perfect example above us. I just want to throw this out there. There's a 3K station right above us, and their IMD is 6K wide, and they're in our bandpass right now. I don't know if you guys can hear them, but I hear the and I hear this. That is splatter above us.
It might be close to you because I don't see them splatter.
Oh, I do.
Where are they at? Are they up in Northwest or something?
What? Perfect double what?
Are we about 100 miles apart from each other?
You and I, yes.
Okay, so yeah, I see it, and they're definitely in my bandpass.
Oh yeah, the splatter. The splatter is it's coming in to the low end. It's pretty phenomenal.
I can see the splatter, but it's not really impacting us as much down here.
What I got, but down here in San Diego, I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see splatter in Los Angeles either.
I can hear him splatter over here in Phoenix. N7, E&D.
What kind of antenna do you have down there in Phoenix?
Oh, it's just noticeable by the ear. Yeah, you know what I mean. They're there. They're making it into our bandpass. You're correct. They're a lot dirtier than they think they are.
It's funny, Craig. I'm looking at the YouTube feed, and I don't see it. WB1G, by the way. That's my timer. You're hearing it, but I think I'm IDing too much. But yeah, on your screen, it doesn't look like they're splattering. When you come up here, they're a lot wider.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, down here we're probably too far away, so. But I can't, if you look closely at their signal, you can kind of see the IMD shooting off. So you can tell they have a dirty signal, but just that it's not impacting San Diego as much. N6 MUD.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they have IMD, but it doesn't affect us here, and that's kind of the way we got to all look at things, right? I mean, if somebody's really close, it's going to be their IMD is going to be a lot worse.
Yeah, absolutely. I just was calling it out because, so often we'll get somebody like that. I'm not saying that person, what they're doing is wrong or whatever, but they'll come over and yell at us for splattering, or they'll say, do you realize you're 6K wide? Well, like, do you realize you got a crap ton of IMD coming off your 3K? So you're not 3K or 2.9.
Yeah, totally understand that. Totally understand that. And, hey, Rob, how are you doing?
Hey, Bob, I'm doing great. Finally getting a little radio time amongst all the zookeeping, but we're down to mother and father dog and the puppy we're keeping, who's 3 months old and already can put his paws and his head on the kitchen counter. And his name is Gideon. Over?
Well, good on you, my friend. And, yeah, thanks for everything you do.
Oh, yeah, we took care of that one day the best we could. We have experience in that area, family history too. So, yeah, everyone has that situation. And I helped the best I could. Everything seems to be going all right for as well as it's going, Okay, well, sounds great. You guys are sounding really good. I'm on the dipole at 100 watts. And when I'm on the loop, it does favor the north. So my loop really does do the north and south thing better than my dipole east and west. So I got the best of both worlds depending on who I'm talking to and where they are. Over?
Yeah, working well. And I'll let it go from there. But, yeah, you're sounding good, Rob. W6RFB. Craig, yeah, is Rob sounding okay to you?
Oh yeah, Rob, you're doing well for 100 watts, man. Check out the stream. You're at least 10 to 15 over on 100 watts, so can't beat that with a stick. Good to hear you on, Rob. It's been a while since I chatted with you, and sounds like you adopted all the pups out there, so good deal. And yeah, the few you got left there, or whatever the animals left in the house, are gonna keep you on your toes for a little bit there until you get them trained up, right?
Oh, it's amazing. I have the mother who is dominant, and the father who's, he's pure cane corso and crazy like a cane corso at 1.5 years. So she keeps him in check, and now the puppy and the mama, they attack the papa, and he allows it up to a certain extent until the puppy really starts chewing on him, and then they do the growl thing. But I'm real confident that in the event they were ever to go at each other, Mama would jump in and stop it. She can. She just gets on top of them and flattens out. She's 240 pounds, and that's a pretty good-sized dog. So she'll take care of the whole problem, as well as the dogs listen to me because I'm alpha. But we're going right along, and I got a really good-looking one. If you guys want me to send a text to Bob and Craig, I got your phone numbers, and I don't have any computer here handy, but I could send a text of a picture of this beautiful Gideon. I mean, he's a beautiful silver fawn with a black face, and he's just, he's just my puppy, so I'm real happy with him. Over?
Yeah, I remember you sent some photos a while ago, and those beautiful dogs there, so good deal, man. Well, all right. I like it. You can probably tell, Rob, my voice is not doing too well here at the end of the night. So I'm going to just stop talking here and just stand by. But good hearing everyone on this evening. And Smitty, hopefully we can get to the bottom of this issue, man, because I'd hate for some of those beans to not be used in that amplifier of yours just because of the fact that you got a cable modem that can't handle it there, over.
Yeah, it'd be nice to give it all the beans every once in a while. Do I need to give it all the beans? No. The new antenna and 650 watts is doing a great job. No complaints at all. But
it's a bummer having that ceiling, right? Especially on my favorite rag tube band, right? So, guys, I'm also going to turn in here. I too have had this weird cough that won't go away. When I came back from Denver, I got it on an airplane, and you remember I got real sick there when I got back from Denver, there, guys. I mean, I was in bed for like 4 days. Got out, and I'm just getting this weird like cough. So I think I need to see the doc. I'm not saying it's pneumonia or anything like that, but it's definitely shouldn't still be here.
Get it checked out, Smitty. I finally went to the doctor today and got on antibiotics. I've been sick since last Monday, so I've been sick for a week. But get it checked out. Believe it or not, Smitty, it could be COVID. There's a string of COVID going around that manifests itself like kind of a cold and with a lingering cough that lasts for a few months. So I don't know if you've taken a test or not, but you might want to check that out.
You know, I think you're onto something because all I have now is the cough. But it hit me hard. It hit me hard like COVID when I came back from Denver, and that was late June. And so the cough's still here. So it's been about 3 weeks. And yeah, so I'm gonna have to see the doc and talk about it because I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if you have it too.
Yeah, we could. I mean, there's all types of different strains out there these days. So, but yep. I heard a comment in there. Comment. Go ahead.
This is AF6AK. You guys are talking about that cough. I have the same thing too, and I am going to have an X-ray done. They're going to put a camera down my throat. I have no idea what that is.
How long you had it?
For almost a month, and I sound like Charlie the Bullfrog that ate too many mosquitoes.
Yeah, for me it's a real dry cough. So I don't know if you're the same way or not, but wonder if it's part of that new strain. And maybe I'm the daughter. She's sick today. She's something's hit her. Maybe I'm spreading it around. Maybe we've got a super spreader event going on here at the WB1G studios.
For God's sake, go get your box checked.
Yeah. Oh, hey, oh.
That's what she said. I gave my call sign. It's AF6AK.
I'm sorry. Were there? What was the call again? I heard KKK, and I know that can't be right. Come again.
AF6FNI. AK. Copy.
Yeah, QSL. Got it that time. AK, Alaska. Got it.
I talked to you guys before. I had a little tiny antenna. Wasn't making nothing. But now it's bigger antenna. I seem to be getting you guys. I better get off the site so you guys can keep on talking. But this talking business is for the birds.
Man, well, I wish you luck on that chest X-ray or the investigation of your cough. Come on out and give us the update on that there. Yeah, we'll see how things go. Oh, my gosh, hold on.
Oh, see, that's the 10:30 get the hell to bed bell.
Yeah, that bell's ringing for me too, my friend. I need to sign out. I got a early morning tomorrow. Not an 0600, but I've got a 0700, and that's just an hour. So I think I'm going to be the first here to pull the plug, although I know there are others in line to pull the plug as well. So let me be the first to say 7-3 for a round of 7-3s. This is WB1G Sacra Tomatoes. Craig, I love having the stream up. Thanks for doing that again tonight, Jeff. Jeff. I mean, I could go through all the names. Tons of people out here tonight. But thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Great rag chew. WB1G.
Yeah, just don't pull the plug from your box, all right? Yep, 73's all. I'm going to bed. K5 BLS. 7-3's till next time.
All right, guys. Yeah, it's been a fun night, and hopefully we'll see you out here soon. 7-3's. I'm going to take the stream down here, guys. So all SWWalls, thanks for your participation, and hopefully everyone enjoying the stream. N6MUD San Diego pulling the plug. 7-3's all.
7-3, Craig. You were 40/9 on my loop on that one. This is 100 watts on my loop. 7-3. Talk to you soon. N7 END clear. See you, Bob.
73, everyone. This is Kilo 6 Juliet X-ray Delta. But I'm wondering, I was allegedly I was able to get my 710 into 4K mode through like a secret menu, and I'm wondering if it's noticeable.
Juliet X-ray Delta, you're at 4K. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm glad it works. You just gotta press 2 buttons while turning on the radio, and it opens up a new menu. It's crazy.
Get in there and start playing with the EQ settings a little bit. Push that high end out.
Yeah, that's next on my list. I'm not a big audio guy. I'm more of a networking guy, but I gotta take a crash course on all this EQ stuff and get it tuned up to sound better.
Well, don't bump your head on the fall down the rabbit hole. 73 K5BLS.
73. I'm gonna go clear as well. Kilo 6 Juliet X-ray Delta.
Yeah, you're sounding good here too in Chula Vista 7-3.
What's going on out there in ham radio land? N6 HBJ.
HBJ, hey man, good evening. We're signing clear here, but just wrapping up a fun night on 40 there, over.
Is that MUD?
Yeah, MUD with a sick, raspy voice. I'm losing my voice, so I can't really talk too much here, but yeah, it's Craig. How you doing, man?
I'm good. Well, you don't sound, your voice sounds fine business to me, but I'm sure you can detect it better than I can. Just spinning the dial, had a nice little QSO on another frequency, and I heard some familiar voices out here. Just want to say hello.
Oh yeah, band's good, man. You're coming in here, I don't know, 10 over, so 5 to 10 over, so good conditions out there, and good to hear you on. But I'm going to pull a plug here, so have a good evening. Maybe we'll catch you tomorrow night if you're around. N6 MUD, 73s.
Okay, my friend, hope you feel better. Your signal's the same, 5-9, 5 over, maybe 10 over, so you take care of yourself, buddy. I'll be listening, N6 HBJ.
Yeah, good night, Craig. W6R.
Hey, Bob, catch you later, man. Sounding good at 5 wide. No RF, you fixed it.
Yeah, I think I figured it out. Maybe not. Anyway, have a good night, and best to you.
All right, appreciate it. N6 MUD clear.
Yeah, 7-3 guys, WA7CCA.
Well, Mark, you almost rocked me on my chair here. You're 30 over 9. Huge signal. All right, thanks for all your input there, Mark. Sounds like you got some good ideas, and hopefully Smitty can figure it out. 7-3s.
Dang, I gotta turn my volume down. What's up, Mark? N6 HBJ.
Yeah, howdy there. N6 HBJ, is that it?
No, this is November 6th Hotel Bravo Juliet, otherwise known as Homebrew Junk. We've talked a couple times this year. I've got you in the logbook in January and June.
Well, yeah, I don't do any IT logbooks, so I'm sorry. So you're going to have to tell me your name and QTH.
So this is Mike, and I'm in Carlotta, California, which is in Humboldt County. I'm about 20 minutes south of Eureka. I live on the coast, out in a rural community. Population 345. Everybody out here has got horses and cattle and goats and whatnot.
Oh, very, very awesome. Yeah, we're up here in the mountains at 7,000 feet, and we've got goats here next door, and
take down the stream.
this and that from time to time, and yeah, bear